We've been following you around for the past half hour or so, and you really have to go voter to voter and not assume that they're
Yeah.
voting for you. So you
Yep.
know that you don't have their vote guaranteed.
Yep.
You've been a congresswoman for 2 years. Why another 2 years?
Yeah, well, I'm so proud of the things that we did in the first 2 years, and I want to keep it going. This district has been represented by three different representatives in three different terms. West Michigan deserves a representative that can get some traction, that can build up some longevity, and that can, really work to get some long-term agenda items done. The House of Representatives has elections every 2 years, and you think about that. That is, it's not the same amount of time that you could get something done in a gubernatorial term or a Senate term. And I'm so proud we've been able to return over $100 million to the district in grants and refunds like tax, Social Security, and veterans benefits to constituents and local municipalities in the district. We have also, I've co-sponsored over 200 bipartisan bills. We've seen one of my most crowning achievement bill, transparency in how we designate air traffic control tower replacements, get signed into law, and we're working to put the teeth to that and getting our air traffic control tower replaced here in GRRR. We've gotten major investments in the Muskegon Airport, $20 million, looking to see that come to fruition. And also, we got our essential air service provider changed in the Muskegon Airport as well. Those are just a few of the things that we've done. But long term, I want to see more public transportation investments in this rapidly growing region. I want to continue to tackle our affordable housing crisis. And we've got a multi-governmental approach that we're teeing up to help address some of those issues. But we're just getting started, and I'm so excited.
You have answered a lot of my next question.
Okay.
Is there anything that you want to mention in what you've accomplished in your term that you didn't already just mention?
Yeah, no, I mean, I am so proud of, especially the resources that we've been able to bring back home here to West Michigan. Those are our federal tax dollars that we deserve to have working for us back home here in West Michigan, from $20 million that we got to help repave the tarmac and redirect the tarmac at the Muskegon Essential Air Service provider, $16 million for a harbor transit redevelopment grant in Grand Haven. We got $5 million for low, no emissions buses. We got $1 million to help enhance childcare at the YMCA in the Tri-Cities area. We've gotten so many investments here that address some of the top concerns of West Michiganders.
How would you summarize their concerns? What do people care about? Infrastructure is a big one.
Yeah.
As you've said, if you
Infrastructure's
3 points.
Infrastructure's huge, and I think overall affordability and the cost of living is really top of mind. We heard about it when we were knocking the doors earlier today, from healthcare to housing, to the cost of just getting around, whether it's gas in the tank or public transportation. People are feeling like they don't have enough to even get by, let alone get ahead. Second, I did want to mention, I hear a lot from a lot of people that they're deeply concerned about the healthcare that they have going away. It's been made clear, right, that Trump wants to do away with the Affordable Care Act, but he doesn't have a plan to replace it. That's deeply concerning to a lot of people because the Affordable Care Act guarantees protections for people with pre-existing conditions. Additionally, reproductive health care access. We codified that right here in 2022, but people are concerned that it could go away again with a nationwide abortion ban.
Focusing on Kent County, have Democrats done enough? You're out here doing the work. That room is doing the work.
Yep.
Do you think Democrats are doing enough?
I'm so incredibly proud of our team. We have a huge volunteer base that is out making phone calls, knocking doors. We knocked more doors last weekend than even the coordinated campaign. People are fired up about this congressional seat because I've kept my promises. I promised to be a bipartisan, solution-oriented leader, and that's what I've done since day one. People see the results in the representation, and they're excited for more.
For Harrison Walls coming to Grand Rapids, have we heard Harris talk about you recently?
sorry, I just didn't hear.
Have we had her talk about you?
Oh, about me. Oh, and my race. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought you were saying youth.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. If you want to do that one again, yeah.
So Harrison Walls.
Yeah.
English is weird.
Yeah, no.
Harrison Walls coming. Have we heard Harris talk about you recently? Are you getting support from the top to get candidates?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they know, what we built here is something truly unique, and we feel supported. We're working as a unified team. Certainly, I have my policy differences that we may differ, but I think one of the distinctions, what I see in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party today, is that there is room. There is room to disagree, right? And there's room to have these policy differences and still ultimately be part of the team.
In February you were together. Has there been more time in between? I know it's been a harried.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the executive and the legislative branch, we're working together on our shared initiatives. I've been making my voice heard to the executive branch. The vice president has been a great advocate for that. Again, when it comes to transportation initiatives that we need back here in the district, she's deeply attuned to the needs of Michigan and West Michigan in particular.
It is the home stretch.
Yeah.
I mean, we're less than a month away, so it's cranking up. Is there any concern of Paul Hudson having his name shared by Trump and Vance?
More power to him. We see, as we saw on the door today, people have rejected the extremism of the Trump party here. We see it in our polling. We see it on the doors. Trump has, been out here. Vance has been out here saying Paul Hudson's name. He's their guy. And, he is saying that he's going to be a team player for Trump and Vance. But West Michigan doesn't want that type of extremism. We see that chaos has consequences from the chaos that John Gibbs brought to Ottawa County, costing them millions of dollars, decimating their health department, to one of the least productive Congresses in history, according to their own party. Only 27 bills passed. It's we just need people who are willing to get things done.
So Harris is coming for her first visit this weekend. Their visit's supposed to get voters excited down the ballot.
Yeah.
Right? Does more need to be done from these high-profile candidates to secure the votes?
Yeah. Michigan is a battleground, make no mistake. We saw in 2016 what happened when we thought we've got this all wrapped up, right? And Michigan is set. And we lost the state by 10,000 votes. I think that demonstrated how, races, especially these statewide races, can be won or lost by a handful of votes. It's going to be incredibly competitive. The road to all majorities runs through Michigan, and especially West Michigan.
And
we gotta get going.
What? Yeah, I'll do one more. I can do one more.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we.
Let's see. So you touched on economy. Is there a big enough sway? Is there a big enough movement, to sway voters in Kent County, given what you said you're focusing in on? We've talked economy, EV plants, reproductive rights.
Yeah.
What do you want voters to know? What's important to them to sway their vote?
Yeah. Well, again, the issue of reproductive freedom is still very front and center for a lot of voters. And again, because this is not just a wedge cultural issue, the decision of when, how, and if to start a family is one of the most consequential economic decisions that a woman can make, and it belongs with a woman and her doctor and her family. My opponent is endorsed by groups that are trying to take away what we did in 2022 by codifying Prop 3 into law, by securing Roe versus Wade into law here. So it's critical that people know, sometimes folks will say one thing on the campaign trail, but it's important to look at their record and what they've done in the past and how that is distinguished. I have worked tirelessly to protect reproductive freedom in Congress. I'm endorsed by groups that want to protect reproductive freedom. He's endorsed by groups that want to take it away.